I'm Chris Maru, bringing you the Texas Monitor Week in Review. The Texas Enterprise Fund, since 2003, has provided taxpayer money to companies in exchange for the promise of jobs. But in several cases, the grants have been paid and the companies left shortly after the deal was completed, often taking the jobs with them. In January, the TEF announced that deals with 26 companies totaling over $36 million had been terminated prior to completion. It didn't say what stage the agreements were in at the time of termination or how many people might have been hired as a result. The public rarely hears of such failures of the program, and the money often isn't recouped. The TEF said in a recent report that a total of $76 million has been clawed back or recouped since the fund began. Of that total, $48 million was reported as other repayments, a category that's not defined. For the first time since a Texas Supreme Court ruling in 2015, two state legislators think they can shine some light on the millions of dollars in business that private companies do with governmental bodies. Senate Bill 943 and an identical House version aim to peel back a blanket of security on government contracts granted by the court in its ruling in Boeing v. Paxton. The decision in favor of the Aeronautics Corporation has allowed companies to keep secret the financial details of contracts with governments with the excuse that release of those details might give an advantage to competitors. The ruling has been routinely abused by companies dealing with governments at all levels in the state, according to open government experts. Dozens of companies use the Boeing decision to try to block the release of financial information to two University of Texas researchers studying the state's Enterprise Fund, that taxpayer underwritten program to assist startup companies. The city of Harlingen, citing the ruling, refused to tell its taxpayers how much of their tax money would go to operate a new convention center, according to a Texas Monitor report. Anyone who has renewed a driver's license in Texas in the last 7 years can tell you the good that more than $440 million in taxes is done for overall customer service. Officials for the Department of Public Safety, that's the agency that oversees 235 driver's license centers and a statewide call center, is back again in this session of the Texas legislature asking for another $420 million over the next 2 years to fix problems with the driver's license process. The same thing they've done over the last several sessions. This time, as DPS Director Stephen McCraw assured the Senate Finance Committee in January, he intends to make getting a driver's license a shining example of state services. If State Senator Brian Birdwell of Granbury has his way, DPS won't get any more chances after 2021 to do that. Buried deep in Birdwell's Senate Bill 616 is a plan to shift all driver's license responsibilities by that time to the State Department of Motor Vehicles, which is an alignment used by most other states. For more government accountability news around the state, go to texasmonitor.org. You can also follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/The Texas Monitor and on Twitter @The Texas Monitor. I'm Chris Maru.